Hey guys, welcome back to another pocket-sized episode. Just in case you're new, my name is Charlie, and on this channel I normally create longer, more immersive travel films. And this is the exact reason that I didn't upload last week. Because I am completely in the thick of my Morocco film at the moment. Oh my god, I'm so excited for you guys to see this film. It has really progressed in the last couple of weeks, and the first episode is almost put together. Do you want to see a little sneak peek? Anyway, let's get into what today's video is about. A good couple of weeks ago, I did say, when I did a poll on my Instagram, that I was going to do some of my edit tips. And I was looking into other videos that were out there on YouTube, and I figured there was absolutely no point whatsoever in me basically going through lots of how to edit your travel videos, because what I do is very different to what other people out there kind of do. Because I create longer films, there's a lot more that you have to deal with. So what I thought I'd do is give you a couple of tips, not too many, because I could literally talk for hours about how I put my films together. What I thought I'd do is give you the top things that I use constantly throughout making one of these bigger films that I think will be useful for you guys. Right, number one, the first and by far most important thing is music. Take your time finding the right music. This is by far your most important tool for getting the audience to feel what you want them to feel. So it's day 10, last day of our tour. We're currently at 80 Mile Beach. I can't believe it's the last day. Lunch stop of the entire trip before Broome. We're just going to be eating everything up pretty much. The last lunch. Later that day, we finished our tour in Broome and spent our last evening together as a group. So you need to take your time to really find the right pieces of music. For me, it takes hours, it takes days, it takes weeks sometimes, because it's so important. And something that I do that you wouldn't necessarily do in a shorter vlog is I will find a theme tune for a series, or even for an episode. If an episode is 45 minutes, 50 minutes long, I'll have a theme tune for it, which will happen at the beginning, it may reoccur, and it'll definitely be at the end again, because your audience then associates that kind of music with that journey, if that makes sense. So when I was told you get all 4 seasons in one day, they're not wrong. Well, they're a little bit wrong, because you get all 4 seasons in about 15 minutes. I'll also be checking out the famous Blue Lagoon to see if it's worth it, and lots of other adventures too. This place is breathtaking. But I can't believe it, this is like a plate edge. How cool is that? So that's definitely one of my top tips that I use. Also, this is real top secret. I haven't ever told anyone this before. I will find a composer that I really like and kind of fits with the feel of the series, and I will stick to that one person and I will use a lot of their music in the series. And the reason I do this is because it makes the whole thing just feel more uniform. It's basically like branding, I guess. If you're making a series, you use the same branding, use the same colors, you know, you have your own kind of theme to something. And I do the same with music. For example, in series 2, I actually used one composer pretty much in every single episode multiple times. Like, so many of his songs were I just used so much of his music. It's something that, again, you wouldn't have to think about if you're just creating one-off vlogs, but I see that a lot of people on YouTube these days are creating like an actual series, which is becoming more and more common now. So if you are creating shorter travel vlogs, maybe think about how you might want to find one particular style of music to make all of them as a whole sound a little bit more uniform. And it means that someone can go to your videos and they just can tell by what you've used. Also, just in case you're interested, I actually use 2 websites for my music. I use MusicBed and Epidemic Sound. I used to only use Epidemic Sound, but I've found that a lot of people on YouTube are now using that website. And it's starting to get to that stage where you watch someone's film and you just think, oh, I recognize that piece of music. I use that piece of music. And basically, there's a few too many people using it, so I've decided to mix it up a little bit, and I get a lot of my music from MusicBed now as well. Also, what I did on Series 1 and Series 2 was I actually bought my theme tune from Audio Jungle, so that I knew there was going to be no chance, pretty much, that anyone on YouTube was going to be using that piece of music. I wanted to make it really unique, so I actually went out of my way to find a completely different theme, which I guess is kind of expensive, but I kind of feel like it was worth it to just give it a little bit of extra production value. Oh my goodness, I need some tea. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. As I said, I could talk for hours about different editing tips. The next one is cut, cut, cut. You have to be absolutely ruthless with your footage. In order to keep your audience engaged, you have to be really, really tight on your editing. Now, how I do this is I go through every single clip and I think to myself, A, does it move the story along? Or B, does it move the character development along? And if the answer is no, it's gotta go. Sometimes that can be a little bit heartbreaking because you might have filmed this whole section or really gone out of your way to get something on camera, and then it just doesn't really progress the story. You just wanna cut, cut, cut. Make sure it is really, really tight and that you're not losing your audience. The last and final tip that I'm gonna give you that I have to be very conscious of constantly when I'm making one of my bigger films is pace. And what I mean by this is you can't just go full pelt, go, 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 go. Because you're just gonna wear your audience out. But you also, on the flip side of that, can't be like super chill.
So just try and relax.
Because otherwise the audience will just get bored. It has to be a roller coaster, it has to be up and down. You have to bring them on peaks and troughs to really get them to feel the journey with you. And this is definitely something that you do not do in a shorter vlog, so you would not have to worry about this. It takes quite a lot of practice getting that skill mastered. I still haven't got it 100%. In fact, I've been told quite a few times that I'm a little bit go, go, go. And I need to let it breathe. Let my audience really just breathe. I'm practicing that. We'll get there. You know, this is a work in progress. Anyway, that's it for now because I'm gonna get back to editing the Morocco video, but I promise I will create some more editing tips videos in the future. So if you guys let me know in the comment section what you would like to know more about, if you want me to go into more depth in any specific topics, and also if you liked this video, if it was at all helpful to you. I don't know what next week is going to be about. I'm gonna be honest, I am flying to Australia next week, so I might do something to do with surviving long haul flights because there's lots of little tips and tricks that I use. Yeah, trying to do a balancing act of moving to Australia, editing Morocco, and creating this behind the scenes series. You know how it is. It's hectic. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I think I've mentioned before that a lot of people that watch my stuff are not hitting the subscribe button. So if that is you, please help me out because it really helps me to be able to create more videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. So we're lost and we're totally late for the welcome meeting. Carl gave us one rule.
For all of today, you can do whatever you want.
It's 6:10 and we are not anywhere remotely near where we're supposed to be.